everyone's ready to start, I'm assuming. All right. Oh, no, never mind. I'll just trust Josh. We'll keep an accurate account here. All right. I have to say, as a Republican, I don't have a sense of humor. That went over really badly. All right, so to really tell why I believe that we should not be involved in this alien war and why the resolution should be rejected, I'm going to go over a few very basic points and hopefully throw a few jokes in along the way. The first thing to look at is my opponent's restatement of a previous resolution that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. My response is we don't know who's causing the injustice. The word actually implies that one side is morally unjustified, that one side screwed up and did something wrong. There are two parties currently involved here. We have the people from Saturn, which is an assumption, and the people from Pluto, which is another assumption, but we're willing to accept those for now. We're assuming that the people of Saturn are on the right side morally of this war. By getting involved, we have a 50-50 chance of actively supporting a side in a war that is actually morally unjustified and should actively be opposed. For this reason, I ask you to, because of the fact that we do not know which side is morally justified in this conflict, I ask you to please reject the resolution on the grounds of morality. Looking now at the next issue, though, as far as picking sides. Picking sides, the fact is that the government does have to pick a side in this war, and they're actively picking a side. This has several impacts. The first one is the one I just addressed. But the second one is that of specific policy. My opponents have stated, really, they are going to war with the people of Pluto. They're saying they don't.
Point of information?
Yes.
If you're not on the side of the Saturnian aliens, are you on the side of the Plutonian aliens?
No.
What side are you on?
I'm on America's side. Yeah! Thank you. Now, the reason why this is important is because we're making an agreement with people who could actively be evil, and we don't even know exactly what agreement we're making. The fact is that there's no specific plan, no specific text for what our agreement is going to be. We're just actively aligning ourselves with those people who claim to be for us and yet are threatening us. Now, I don't know how many science fiction you guys have watched, but I can tell you this. I have seen Star Trek. I've seen Star Wars. I've seen Men in Black 1, 2, and 3, and I have to say they're all great, and there's many others besides. I'm a science fiction fan. And I can tell you this. One of the main lessons they taught me, not all aliens are good. Can I get an amen on not all aliens are good? Really? Come on. Okay, geez, guys. Really? Are you guys really such pro-alien fans that you can't agree that not all aliens are good? Okay, thank you. Yes, so, when we say as not all aliens are good, we can't believe in the benevolence threatening our world with war and making us very big. And so then that we have to give resources, or else they're going to do what? Blow us up? Is that really what we're saying? I'd like to point out a very interesting point in the resolution. They're asking us for ocean water. They're going from a position of weakness. They're saying, we would like some water from you, and if you don't give it to us, well, we're threatening you. We're threatening you, and all we're asking for is ocean water. The fact of the matter is, the alien race wasn't really so desperate. If they weren't the inferior in this position, they wouldn't have bothered asking us for water. They'd have just scooped up, they'd have gotten out with their little measuring cup, they'd have scooped some water in their spaceship, and they would have left. And it'd all be over. And we wouldn't have this problem. They wouldn't even decide to be detected. Instead, they were so desperate, so weak, so dependent upon us, that they came crawling to us asking for a cup of water. Does that not paint a pathetic picture for you for the position we're in? The idea that these people will annihilate us if we choose not to side with them is almost laughable. I'm just laughing at it, in fact. So we see the issue is, the fact of the matter is, these people are so weak and so pathetic that right now that it's not a matter of side with the aliens or we all die in U.S. It's a joke. Good fun there. The fact of the matter is, we're really posed with a situation where we can either just throw the aliens in the fact of the matter is, because we're getting involved with a war with the Plutonians, who are an admittedly superior alien race, saying the packing is not a wise idea. I'd like to look at the next specific reason. My opponent, my partner, I believe, I flow this as militarily stupid. I don't know what tag my partner had into this. But the fact of the matter is, we see how weak these pathetic Saturnian aliens are right now without their ship. The fact is, they're losing the war.
Point of information?
Yes.
What happened to their ship?
They ran out of fuel. They're out of ocean water, guys. That's why they're here, right? they're out of ocean water, so their ship is
Point
pathetically
of
on its
information.
last limb right now. Yes.
If the Saturnian aliens are so inferior to us, how come they got to Earth before we got to Saturn?
Clarification on that. I believe the point was misunderstood by the government speakers. I was saying because their ship is out of ocean water, they came crawling to us for power. That's the point. Not with basically misunderstanding there. The point to be addressed, however, is the fact that these aliens are currently losing the war against these militarily superior Plutonian aliens. The fact is, we're not posed with die to the Plutonians or die to the Saturnians if we choose not to help them. The issue is simply, do we lock these Saturnians up? Do we tell them no and let them sit stranded in their ship, unable to get ocean water, and let them molder here until they rot and die? Or do we choose to help them and then get killed by the Plutonians? That's really the issue before us. That is the question. If you want to help U.S. national security, you'll side with the opposition. Now, I'd like to look at one more reason specifically why this is true. If the Saturnian aliens are really threatening us with death, if they're really saying, if you don't give us a cup of water, we'll kill you, if that's really the dilemma before us, then it goes to prove my other point. These aliens are not morally justified. Because if we don't give them a cup of water, they're going to threaten our world with war. And bring it, apparently. They're going to say, get on our level, and bring war to us. So we have to see again that these aliens are not morally justified in this conflict. The next issue is, of course, Obamacare. It's totally dropped by the government speakers, I believe, and I believe it so it flows to our side. The Obama administration does not have a good track record with policy. The last issue that I'd like to ensure is carried through the round is that of U.S. imperialism. This is actually contradictory to everything that President Obama has been seeking to uphold beforehand. It seems that the president before wanted to defer to the international community. And here he's saying that the United States is going to make a decision for the rest of the world and make an agreement, an alliance, on behalf of the rest of the world. Let's please, Iraq and Afghanistan didn't go so great. Let's not get involved in interplanetary warfare yet. Thank you.